boys, it's Dan. Welcome to game week 26 of the Premier League. Yes, we have got for you 8 games in the Premier League, and also we had the EFL Cup, the EFL Cup predictions final in this one as well. Without any further ado, we have a guest. Her name is Maisie.
Hi guys, thank you Dan so much for having me back on the channel. I really appreciate it. Sorry for it being so close up. I'm not actually sure why it's so close up, but thank you again Dan. So welcome Maisie back on the channel again. She's on the Christmas special one as well. And without any further ado, let's get into our first match of the Premier League. Starting off with Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. Now, I'm going to go the basis of the last Premier League game week. But Aston Villa managed to beat Fulham by 2-1. Thanks to 2 goals by Ollie Watkins. And they're playing a Forest team who beat West Ham. Beat West Ham. And I'm going to say in this game, it will be Villa, as we know, are very good at home. They're now all very close in that top 4 way for the top 4. I'm going to go Aston Villa 2, Nottingham Forest 1. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game? first of all, Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. So, looking at the table, Aston Villa are sitting at 4th, whereas Nottingham Forest is sitting at 16. Aston Villa have won 2 games, whereas Nottingham Forest have only won 1. They have Ollie Watkins has had 13 goals this season, and he has had 10 assists, putting them up there pretty well. So I think Aston Villa is going to definitely dominate in this game, and probably they're probably going to win. I'm guaranteeing Aston Villa are going to win. I think it's going to be a 3-0 win to Aston Villa.
Now we move to Brighton and Hove Albion versus Everton. Now, Brighton and Hove Albion absolutely put 5 past Sheffield United on Sunday. And then Everton managed to get a crucial point against Crystal Palace in that relegation 6-pointer. And we'll get on to Palace and them in a minute. But I can't see Brighton and Everton and Luton lost on Wednesday. Luton lost on Wednesday, so if Everton can avoid defeat, if Brighton can win against Everton, then that'd be good. I'm gonna go 4-0 to Brighton at the Amex. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Next game, Brighton Everton. So, I think Brighton have had such a good comeback recently, sitting at 7th right now, whereas Everton 10 places behind at 17th, with no wins but 4 draws, whereas Brighton have had 2 wins and 1 draw and 2 losses. So I think Brighton have made their comeback. They really showed everyone last season what they were made of, and it has carried on to this season. So I feel like Brighton will have a 2-1 win. And we move to Crystal Palace versus Burnley. Now, if you did not hear, because Roy Hodgson has stepped down from management from Palace, and he's been replaced by Olivier Galassa, former Eintracht Frankfurt manager, who, let's say, I don't know how he's going to play coming in midway near the end of the season, but hopefully he can be good. And Burnley, as we know, they're a Burnley team who are also in that relegation zone as well, and they played the Arsenal and got absolutely trounced for 5. And I'm going to say, in this relegation 6 pointer, how will the new manager bounce pay off? I'm going to go 2-2 between Crystal Palace and Burnley. Now we move. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Game number 3. Crystal Palace versus Burnley. Right, Burnley. No wins again. 2 draws, 3 losses so far out of the last 5 games they've played. So as I say, like how many 2, 3 wins and losses? This is out of the last 5 games. So yeah. Whereas Crystal Palace only have 1 win. I feel like this could be a very even game, and I think it could be a 1-1 draw. But I'm gonna go 1-1.
And we move to Manchester United versus Fulham. Now Man United beat Luton Town by 2-0. Rasmus Højlund, at the moment, is in the form of his life. 7 goals in 6 games. He has now joined a very elite club of players to score 6 consecutive games. He's the youngest also player as well to score in 6 consecutive games as well. He joins an elite club of Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, and Robin van Persie, and a couple of other names to score 6 goals in 6 games for Man United here. But he is 7 from 6 games at the moment. He is on a form of his life at the moment in Rasmus. Who can stop him? I don't think Burnley will. It'll be 1 win to Man United. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Man U Fulham. So, Man U is sitting at 5th right now with a total of 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 wins so far in the last 5 games. Whereas Fulham is sitting at 12th with 1 win in the last 5 games. So, I have a feeling it's going to be 1-0 win. No. 2-1 to Man U. Yeah.
Now we move to Bournemouth versus Manchester City. Now, you're all probably thinking, Man City, are they top? No, they're not top of the tree anymore, because Chelsea managed to take 2 points on them. So as it stands, it's Liverpool, City, Arsenal. Liverpool are 4 points clear, but at the end of this weekend, if both City and Arsenal both win, the gap could be 2 points between all 3 teams. This could be one of the closest title races we could ever have in the Premier League for like decades. I don't know how, literally, it's so close. But Man City should have beaten Bournemouth. I'm going to go 3-0 to Manchester City in this game. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Okay, Bournemouth versus Manchester City. Right, this is where I say Man City have won 4 games in their last 5 games, and Bournemouth have won none. Man City had a massive comeback with the top goal scorer so far being Erling Haaland with 17 goals. So I think it's going to be a 3-1 win to Man City.
Now we move to Arsenal versus Newcastle. Now Arsenal have scored 21 goals in 4 games and 11 goals in 3 games. Honestly, I can't see what will happen. I can't see much happening in this game apart from probably a quite close game. I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Arsenal versus Newcastle. Right. This is where it all goes for me. I think Arsenal 3 winning every single game. Newcastle, one of my home teams. 2 games won. I feel like it's going to be a very close game, but I think Arsenal will win, and I think it will be a 2-1 to Arsenal. No, 3-2 to Arsenal.
Now we move to Wolves versus Sheffield United. Now Wolves in the Black Country played against them. They played against Spurs and they beat Tottenham Hotspur, who aren't playing this weekend due to the EFL Cup clashing, due to the EFL Cup final. And Sheffield United got absolutely battered, but Wolves managed to beat Liverpool. No, man, to beat Spurs. How? To be fair, that has now put Aston Villa back in that top 4 battle again now, and Manchester United are coming from behind as well. It's going to be close, and I'm going to say 4-0 to Wolves. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Wolves versus Sheffield. Sheffield are last on the table. Wolves are 11th. So I feel like this could be an even game as well, because I don't really follow many of the teams like this. So I have to base it off the last 5 games for most of the teams. Whereas I feel like Sheffield could have it in them, but they've only won 1 game in the last 5, whereas Wolves have won 2. So I feel like it's going to be very even, and it might be a 1-0 win. But I'm going to say 2-1 to Wolves.
And we go to the last Premier League game of the game week, which is West Ham versus Brentford in the northwest derby, I think. Now West Ham, as we know, have not been in the best of form in the last couple of games. They lost both their games they played recently, but Brentford, Brentford are Brentford's struggling as well. And I'm going to go with West Ham United. I'm going to go for my first draw. I'm going to go for my second draw of 1-1 in this game. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Brentford are 14th with 1 win in their last 5. With their last 5 games. West Ham haven't won a game in the last 5. So this could be even. But West Ham is sitting up at the leaderboard, so I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-1 win as well to West Ham.
Now we move to the EFL Cup final at Wembley on Sunday, which is Chelsea versus Liverpool. Now, if you said to me a few weeks ago Liverpool and Chelsea, you said Liverpool. No, but now Liverpool's injury list. Alisson Trent. Canate suspended, I think. Jones, Jota, Salah, Nunez. That and Szoboszlai as well. That is a big injury list for Liverpool. A very big injury list. Very big injury list. They did beat Luton 4-1 yesterday. Well, on Wednesday, and I'm going to say that it will be a close one. I can't really say. I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool. And Maisie, what are you saying in this game?
Versus Liverpool. Right. As a blue, I think Chelsea are doing horrendous. They've had such bad games recently. I feel like they just haven't got their head in the game. Right? We've lost players. We've lost Mount. We've lost loads of players. But that does not mean we cannot play well. I know the boys have it in them. But seeing with Liverpool sitting at first with 60 points, I think Liverpool will have us in the game. Even though Liverpool's manager's leaving and Liverpool are a bit out of it, I still think Liverpool will absolutely do Chelsea in because Chelsea just don't have their head in the game at the moment. I'm going to say it's going to be a 3. It could be, I think it's going to be like 4-2 or something to Liverpool. And I know I don't go big, but going big, because sometimes I could go big or sometimes I could go small. But I'm saying it's a 4-2 win to Liverpool. Anyways, thank you again, Dan, for letting me on the channel. I really appreciate it. I hope I've got half my answers right because I really did think about it, but at the same time, you never know what can happen. But thank you for letting me on the channel, and I hope you lot all have a good day. Bye.
And that will bring this game week to an end. Thank you all very much for watching. Now, I will see you lot literally on Sunday for the FA Cup. FA Cup 4th round? FA Cup 5th round, where there will be some big games, and there are some not even big games as well. Who will progress in that league? Will there be 2 points separating the top 3 teams in the Premier League? And what will happen at the bottom as well? And all the rest of that and a lot more next week. Peace!